Hello everyone, this is Hakaym and welcome back to some more World of Warships, and today we are taking a look at the Tier 3 Royal British Battleship, the Bellerophon, and we are playing on islands. As you can probably tell, there's a lot of British battleships. We do have some South Carolinas and a Kawachi. There are a St. Louis, two Caledons, a Freon, a Bog, a Dresden, and Chikuma on our team. Three Bells, Nassau, Kawachi, St. Louis, Caledon, Freon, two Tenrus, a Weymouth, and a Novik. And it feels so weird to play low tier again. Now, the Bellerophon's HE is pretty fantastic. And this battle, I am just going to be using HE. That's primarily what I'm going to be doing. I'm not going to say that the AP is terrible, but the HE is pretty fantastic. First salvo off, do get a fire. The fire chance is a beautiful, I believe 33%, something like that, is extravagantly high. And the HE damage is 5,200 roughly. So another salvo off against the enemy Bell. Fortunately, I really wish I had AP loaded for that tenure, but unfortunately I do not. So that is the one major downside, is just firing HE, miss those opportunities where you can use your AP, but more than likely I'll probably just only get over penetrations. But as you can see, the wing turret the Bell does have on both the port and also the starboard, it's going to play a part in this battle. But have you noticed the effects? Let's actually watch the effects this time. I'm gonna keep it in third person. I love what they've added. Looks so nice. Whenever you fire your big guns, especially the battleship guns, you see just this blast of fire coming out of your main guns. Just watch this in a moment. Now, shots off with this Weymouth. Oh my god, I just love seeing that. I even took the Kerfurst out just to see what the secondaries look like, and it's just all these like little puffs of fire and smoke coming out your side. I love it. So we have already lost the ship, and as you can see, I did use my wing turret there just to get a shot off. I think the Novik, I don't remember which, but this battle it'll become fairly close. Now, going back to the British battleships and the ammo type, because this is actually one of those rare cases where your HE is really good. Not saying that all battleship HE is pretty abysmal, but the British battleships HE is pretty nice. Essentially, in essence, the British cruiser HE got transferred over to the British battleships, so that's where all the HE went for their cruisers. Weymouth pops out. Actually, I don't remember if Weymouth has torpedoes. I don't think it does. I don't play low tiers very often, so you'll have to forgive me if I'm a little forgetful. So I am trying to be careful just in case he has dropped torpedoes. But I think we should be able to take him out. Now, RNGesus can be terrible, but at the exact same time, the dispersion on the shells is pretty fantastic. It looks like the Freon has some torpedoes off against the Kawachi, and it's weird to see a Kawachi. Good lord. I remember playing Kawachi. I think I even have a video of it. Please don't go look for it. It's quite terrible. It's really bad. I will fully admit, it's really bad. Don't go watch it. So, teams are fairly even. They definitely have a cap advantage. There is a enemy Kawachi way out there. Lord, I just kind of want to try it. I just want to take the Kawachi, take it out again, and just to test it. See how it is. I know, if I remember correctly, it's pretty bad. But anyways, we're not here about the Bell. There is a enemy Nassau, and this is where I probably should point out the British battleship's AP's not too bad. As you will see, Viper doing towards me, he does a pretty good job with his AP. I do start to go ahead and turn in. Now, the one major thing about the AP on the British battleships is the fact that they have a short fuse, so it's a little bit more difficult to actually penetrate into the citadel, but it can be done as well. I don't want to spoil it, so anyways, let's move on. I'm trying to get actually around this island. As you can see, there's at least 2 ships pushing in towards the B cap, and I want to say that this Viper captain is probably someone a little bit more experienced than the usual tier 3 seal clubbers or clubbed seals. Anyways, so I'm trying to get around, trying to get shots off at the St. Louis. I do make a major mistake. As you can see, 3 ships are actually looking at us. Got a nice hit on him, and there, right there, Citadel. He actually does get a Citadel on us. I do go ahead and slow up and turn in, and this is once again one opportunity I wish I had AP, but I kind of try to stick to my guns, trying just the HE, see how far it gets me, because I've heard that a Pensacola can be citadeled with HE, so there's that to keep in mind. Looks like the enemy Bell is firing HE, and oh good lord. So I do switch over to AP, hoping that if we can get close enough, we can do what he did to us. This is going to be my only volley of AP, and overall, this I think actually a rare opportunity to see the secondaries. St. Louis goes down. Unfortunately, I only get over penetrations, which kind of sucks. But we do get a fire on the enemy Bell with our secondaries. So he's going to burn for some time, but at the exact same time, we are going to burn as well. Our secondaries are, our repair consumable is on cooldown, and so we are going to have to fully accept this fire as our own and make it welcome home on our ship. I don't know what I'm saying, but unfortunately, we're just going to have to eat this fire damage, and as you can tell, the enemy Bell is looking at us in the nasty way. So I'm going to go ahead, slow up. No point in charging around the corner. His guns are going to be reloaded, and more than likely, I would just be killed. So going to go ahead, sit this out, let the fire burn down. We have officially captured the base, and the enemy Nassau does go down to the fire. So very, very nice. This was a very close match. Really could have easily went the other way. I made a few major mistakes. I always forget. Sometimes I'm accustomed to the higher tiers where, you know, you're more is expected of you, but these low tiers, it's pretty much a free-for-all. There's almost rarely any planning, and sometimes you deal with the new people who have no idea what they're doing, and yeah, I just was not thinking. So I'm gonna actually go ahead and slow this up. All that's left on the enemy team is a Nassau and an enemy Bell, and unfortunately for me, I am not gonna be able to get a shot off anymore because I'm actually about to lose internet connection. Go me. But overall, not a bad ship. Really fun, very tanky. Really nice thing about her is just how tanky she is. The Nassau that was AFK is now going down, and this enemy Bell is going to go down just to a hellfire of HE. So we're going to quickly jump into port. Unfortunately, I was not able to get the victory screen, so I was not able to show off everything, but overall, not a bad ship. So we'll quickly jump into port. See you guys there. Alright everyone, welcome back to the port, and I have to say I like the Bellerophon, or Bell as I will be calling it. It's just a little bit easier for me and quicker to say. She is a fun ship. She reminds me a lot of the Nassau. It's been a long time since I played these low tier battleships, and I'm going to be keeping her. Especially since I did get them for free, as you saw on the live stream. I did get the tier 3, 4, and 5 British battleships for free due to the fact that I completed a mission. So at least I actually had the opportunity to go try out all 3 of them as like a as you guys probably did see during the live stream, although it was short-lived, do have to say she's a fun ship. She's a fire starter. Oh, good lord. But let's actually take a look at the stats. Survivability, 38,100. Now, it's like I said, it's been a long time since I played low-tier battleships. I think now officially the Belle is my lowest tier battleship that I have. I don't even think the next is probably the Congo. So definitely don't have a lot of low tier battleships. So overall, not too bad. Armor is 10 to 305 millimeters. Let's see. I'm actually kind of curious. Citadel sits kind of at the waterline, as you can see. Has different thickness as well. 38 millimeters here, 102 here, and 51 millimeters here. I'm assuming that looks, yes, it is actually partitioned back a bit, as you can see. So that's actually kind of cool that it's like that. So if you put that over the top, you can see that additional armor belt does help the Citadel a little bit. So overall, not too bad. Torpedo protection is a lowly 16%. Very, very minimal on the torpedo protection, but that's usual for these low tier battleships. Now, her really unique thing is she does have these wing turrets on her main guns, which sit on the port and starboard. Here, let's actually quickly get over to the other side. As you can see, good lord. So you can fire at least 3 off in the front. You will have to go either to port to starboard, but you can't do it all at once. So at total, you can get 4 main guns, 8 shells off at a single target whenever showing broadside, and they're unique. I will have to say, as you can see, max HE damage is 5,200 points of damage with a 32% fire chance. That's insane on the fire chance, especially these low tier where the reduction on fire chance is a lot lower than say higher tiers. So it is absolutely insane. Max AP shell is 8,100, which is pretty decent, and the accuracy on the guns are decent. For the most part, when I played her, she had a very tight grouping. Sometimes RNG will just do whatever it wants, but very tight groupings. So overall, not too bad. Reload time is 30 seconds, so kind of slow. But the main issue that I think I have with her, and this is with a captain that is only 1 point. My Jack Dunkirk captain is actually currently on my Iron Duke, and that's where he's going to stay until I continue on. So turn time on the guns is at the bare minimum without any captain skills 60 seconds, so it's very, very sluggish. Now obviously you can get the additional reduction, getting expert marksman, which reduces that down probably around 50 or 55 seconds, something like that. So overall, not too bad. Now the velocity on the shells, especially with these British battleships, for whatever reason, they seem very arcing. And this was very well known to me when I played the Nelson, and it's obviously carried through to the main branch of the British battleships. So very arcing shells. You do have to lead your target quite a bit. She does have 14 single 102 millimeter secondary guns. They have a 7.5 second reload time, 1,500 points of damage with a 6% fire chance, and a 3 kilometer range. Obviously, if you get advanced firing training, that's going to increase the range on your gun. And then, as I probably may or may not have mentioned, the range on the gun is 15 kilometers. I'm actually kind of curious. Let's take a look at, say, the Nassau. I think the Nassau would be a good comparison for the Belle. Main guns, very, very similar in a lot of ways. It does have one additional gun compared to the Belle, though she has a 3,200 max HE damage with a 19% fire chance. Shells are kind of lofty as well. Range, once fully upgraded, is 11.9. So the Belle has quite a considerable amount of increased distance it can actually fire its shells. So overall, not too bad. I really do like I said, I really do like so far the British battleships at this time and being. AA guns, it's really nothing really worth mentioning. Very rarely will you see airplanes at all. You do have 4 single 40 millimeters Mark IIs, and they have an average damage of 23 with a 2.5 kilometer range. Then you have these additional 2 single 76.2 millimeter anti-air. Average damage is 4 with a 3 kilometer range. So yeah, quite lousy. Really nothing to talk about. Speed is decent, 22.5 knots. Definitely a lot faster than, say, the USN or even the Japanese battleships. So she's fairly quick. Turning circle radius is 560 meters, which is pretty decent. Rudder shift time is 11.7. It feels really sluggish, even all the way up to the Iron Duke. The rudder just doesn't seem like it really wants to get back in line. I don't know, maybe that's just me, but it just does seem very, very sluggish. I know it's a low tier battleship. That is to be expected. Then concealment, and this is obviously not with concealment expert, but 13.3 kilometers, which is once again pretty decent. Once you get the concealment expert on this captain, should bring it down to 11.5, 11.3, something like that, which is very nice considering you do have a 15 kilometer range, which does allow you to get a little bit closer and sneak in and especially hit those targets with HE. Oh, good lord, the HE. Now moving on to the modules. Nothing really extravagant. The repair kit is pretty decent. 220 points of health per second for 28 seconds. So overall, not too bad. And she does not have a plane. Does not. Pretty certain British battleships are not going to get planes. I think they're just going to have the amazing heal. Normal main armament is mod 1, and then Damcom mod 1 would be obviously the other one. As far as building on the captain, if you want to keep your Bell and you want just to improve them, priority target's nice. I really do like that. Expert marksman is a must. Then possibly get superintendent just so you can have that additional heal. Concealment expert. Then I probably do adrenaline rush. You do a demolition expert, increase the fire chance even more. You could get, honestly, vigilance would be pretty good. So it really comes down to what you want to also get. Let's see, jack of all trades would be a good thing to reduce the time on the reload of your repair. So overall, not too bad. Once again, I'm really enjoying the British battleships. I know I haven't got that far. I've seen Conquerors already in tier 10. So there's that for you. But anyways, this is going to be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. And if you like what you saw, hit the like and subscribe button. You guys have a great and fantastic day. Zaijian.